It's 3 a.m. The house is silent. You're staring at a chart, and suddenly you see it. The perfect setup, the pattern no one else has noticed. A sudden rush of adrenaline hits your chest, and for a moment you feel like a genius. You feel certain. But here's the truth we rarely talk about. That feeling isn't your intuition. It's your ego. Success in this game isn't about the brilliance of your ideas. It's about how much you're willing to distrust them. 2. Expectation destruction. You think your best ideas are the ones that feel the most exciting. They aren't. Most beginners focus on the big play. They hunt for the trade that will change their life overnight. They believe that intensity equals accuracy. But the real signal is actually found in the boring, the repetitive, and the mundane. You think your conviction matters. It doesn't. Most people focus on being right, but the real signal is neutrality. The market doesn't care about your late-night epiphany. In fact, the more certain you feel about a trade, the more dangerous you are to your own capital. If you're still looking for a flash of brilliance to save your account, you're not trading, you're gambling with a fancy vocabulary. 3. The 5 signs your ideas are trapping you. 1. The high conviction fallacy. Statement: if you feel 100% certain about a trade, you should probably cut your position size in half. The difference? Beginners size up because they know it's going to hit. Professionals treat every trade as a 50-50 probability. They never let their feelings dictate their risk. The science. This is confirmation bias mixed with dopamine. Your brain rewards you for solving the puzzle, even if the puzzle is a hallucination. The reframe. If you feel a spark of excitement, view it as a warning light. True mastery feels like a maybe, not a definitely. 2. The narrative trap. Statement: the better the story behind the trade, the worse the trade actually is. The difference: beginners build complex stories involving interest rates and Twitter sentiment. Professionals follow a checklist. If A plus B equals C, they execute. The why is irrelevant. The analogy: think of an elite surgeon. They don't operate because they feel a connection to the patient's gallbladder. They follow a sterile, clinical protocol. The warning: if you find yourself trying to convince someone why a trade is good, you've already lost. 3. The recovery reflex. Statement: your best ideas often come right after your worst losses. The difference: after a red day, beginners stay up late studying to find a way to win it back. Professionals walk away. They know their brain is compromised. The science. This is the amygdala hijack. Your brain is in fight or flight mode. It's seeking revenge through a new idea to restore your ego. The reframe. Recognizing that you are tilted and choosing not to act is a greater win than any profitable trade. 4. The complexity bias. Statement: an idea that requires 5 indicators is usually inferior to a single horizontal line. The difference: beginners believe edge is found in complexity. Professionals value simplicity. They want the trade that is so obvious it's boring. The example: an elite athlete doesn't win by doing a triple backflip dunk. They win by having a more consistent jump shot than anyone else. The sign: when you start removing indicators from your screen, you're finally starting to see the market. 5. The Eureka Mirage. Statement: if an idea hits you like a lightning bolt, it's probably a mistake. The difference? Beginners chase the aha moment. Professionals look for the same as always moment. The reality: real trading is a blue-collar job. It is manual labor for the mind. If it feels like a movie script, you're likely over-leveraged or overexcited. 4. Internal versus external results. 7 to 8 a.m. Here is the hardest part: the gap. You will start making these internal shifts today, You'll stop chasing the 3 a.m. flashes of brilliance. You'll become more disciplined. And you might still lose money this week. Internal mastery always precedes external results. Your P&L is a lagging indicator of your psychology. If you quit because your bank account hasn't caught up to your new mindset yet, you're stopping right before the breakthrough. Trust the internal signal. The external results are on a delay. The story of the engineer. 8 to 9 a.m. Let's look at a trader named Mark. Mark was a brilliant guy, an engineer. He spent years trying to outthink the market. He had notebooks full of late-night ideas and complex theories. He was exhausted, and he was losing. The breakthrough didn't happen when he found a new indicator. It happened when he threw his notebooks away. He decided to trade only one pattern on one time frame for 1 hour a day. For 3 months, he was bored. He felt like he wasn't doing enough. He missed several huge moves because they didn't fit his boring criteria. But at the end of that quarter, for the first time in 3 years, his equity curve was pointing up. Mark didn't get smarter. He just stopped letting his best ideas ruin his execution. Final insight. Trading is the only profession where being smart can be a disadvantage. The market doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards consistency. It rewards the person who can sit in the dark, see a brilliant opportunity, and say, "No, that's not in my plan." The next time you feel that rush of excitement, that urge to break your rules because you just have a feeling, take a breath, step away. Master the quiet, boring process of execution, because the person who can do the boring work when they're excited is the person who eventually gets to stop worrying about money. Trust the process, not the epiphany.